Welcome to the 2012's viewing daytime scene of Crooms Nightmare. Our neighbors put together this really great graveyard scene this year. Brought to you by Dan's Land Paintball. A lot of this stuff is laying down right now because it's just been so windy. It's just been crazy. But they made this fencing and they made a lot of the gravestones in there. I'll take lots of pictures so you guys can see them because the gravestones are fabulous. But they brought in these columns here and a little fence, a little gate opening it up, and it's awesome. And at night there's a little smoke machine back there. You can see that black tube. Yeah, smoke kind of comes out in the grave scene, and it's awesome. Here's our outside, very front of the garage. We gotta work on up doing our outside, but this year it's actually not too bad. I'm pretty happy. Here's our gargoyle and our chicken man greeting everybody. We have a little spooky bar here. And this year we made a little bit of a donation pot. Actually dropped the money down the hole there. We got a strobe that we put in there at night, and it's a lot of fun. It lights up really nice. You can see we have some things that light up back here. It's a little path with some rope lighting heading into here. We did some really nice pictures this year. Keith got some of those on the internet, and I put a nice frame around them. Big giant head. Kitty cats, spiders, and some great signs that we've made at night. And now we'll be entering the glow room, which is our first set. We painted the floor in here with some acrylic paint and some spray paint, all fluorescent, and it glows in here and it's fabulous. We made 2 spider eggs, one here and one on the other end, and when we get the black light on, this whole room just glows wonderfully. And here's a lot of those spider eggs we made last year. There's about 30 of them. They're all hanging in here as well. And my big giant spider. And you can see there's just a path that kind of comes around here. And it gets a little narrow in here. And then Reagan is here to greet everybody. Right at the end here. And then this is the door entering into our next room, which is the clown room. I hope everybody can see the stuff in here because it is a little dark. You can see our big giant head. We revamped him and put a clown nose on him so he fits in here. We have made a little scary clown and a scary baby. He's in here. And we have this display here that we made out of styrofoam. You know when you buy something and you get that big chunk of styrofoam and you don't know what to do with it? Well, here's a good idea. I made a paper mache head to stick on here. And some scary teeth and some boxes and moss. I love the little details we added to the haunted house this year. Lots of moss. You can see the tapestries, glitter balls. Lighting is imperative to a haunted house. If you get the lighting bad at the end, it just stinks. But anyway, here in the corner, coming around the room, you can see we have this box here, and we have one of our haunters, Joseph. He's going to be in this box, and he's going to pop out of the top and scare the heck out of everybody. And we did it last night and it was fabulous. And here's our little scary wall. And again, look at all the tapestries we have in here this year. And we actually brought a lot of the walls up to the ceiling this year because it really keeps the lighting where you want it to be. And so now we're going to be entering into the graveyard room. This is a lot of this stuff you guys saw last year, but we revamped it and we did something a little different, added some extra things to it. Like a little gargoyle guy, he's in here this year. Last year he was outside with me, and I got some new gravestones. And our Grim Reaper guy, he blows smoke out of his mouth. And again, you guys, anybody who's been following us saw him last year. See, we got some new little creepy gravestones. And we also have this projector that's putting this ghostly image on, the skeleton image on this curtain over here. And that works really well. And now we're going to be entering into our Victorian room. Here we're entering into an area where we made all new this year, and that's our Victorian room. Here we are, we have all our spooky pictures that we made on the wall here. And we have furniture in here, and you can see we have little tiny details in here. A baby eating like a brainy type gutty thing, and our eyeball box, and our bucket of guts that we made this year, and little cabinets, and we have our scary books that we made. They're in here, and we have this Victorian mirror that I found at the Goodwill, and we have just again with the tapestries. Lots. I've been collecting them at the Goodwill for months now, and they're awesome in the haunted house. And here's our area where Nicole's going to be sitting, and you can see there's an organ back here, and see how there's a sheer right here, and that kind of hides people from being able to see her when they come around the corner because she's going to be wearing white, and it hides her. And then when she blares on this organ, Hope it's off, but it's absolutely wonderful. And then we're going to be entering into our skeleton room. And this room is so dark. And I really, oh, you can see in here, yay! And you can see we have chains and skeletons. I tried to keep it real metallic in here. And we have an old TV, and we have put the scary video on it, and it's kind of right on the bottom here. And this room is so fun. People walk in here and they just absolutely loved it last night. And you can see we have skeletons hanging from the ceiling, and ceilings is another thing. We really decided this year we were going to concentrate on some ceilings and everything, and it really added to the haunted house. There's so much detail this year. And here's another, you guys probably saw him last year. And you can see this, now this lattice, that's on the other side there, that's the clown room. Because I know people are always asking me, how do you get all this in your garage? And I have no idea, but we do. Now we're going to be entering into our mummy room. And our mummy set this year took over half of the garage wall. And I'm not even kidding. We added on some pieces this year and it got so big. It's so much fun. But when you walk in here, you can see he's a spider jumper gets him, and he squirts water. And we have a little cauldron here, and we made some new pieces. And again, look at the details in the wall. We have lattice. Oh, there's a spider jumper. He's got him going for you. Let's see, and we found this funky paper, and we have, like I said, we have gauze in here, and we have moss, and here's our mummy guy. You can see, and here's another new set piece that we made. Pieces of styrofoam again. What do I do with that big piece of styrofoam that I got out of whatever I bought? That's what you do with it. At least that's what I do with it. And here's the mummy scene. And there's actually a cutout here. And see, yep, Keith kind of sits into the cutout like that in his mummy outfit, so it looks like he's buried in the wall. And you know what? It works. People really don't think he's real when they come in here. It's wonderful. Little lantern. And here's what I did with those 3 pieces from last year. I stacked them on top of each other this year. I'll back up a little bit so you can see how big it is. And it just takes up the whole corner. And we've got all those bricks. I put all those little bricks we made too on the wall and amongst all that stuff. So anyway, now we're going to be entering into our little bug area. What we did is we put a whole bunch of cockroaches on a wall. And you can see that there. And then we got some strobes going in the other room, and it actually makes it look like they're moving. I don't know if you can see that here. Get some kind of flickering on the wall. Seeing if you look at it the other way, you can see there's actually that screen door here. And we put all those bugs on there. And again, this has a little ceiling in it. Lots of little bugs hanging down. That's just really, people just really find disturbing. Now we're heading into our gore room. That's what I'm calling it, our guts room, our gore room. And here is that gutty wall that we made. And you can see we added lots of stuff to it. We added some limbs and some homemade floppy guts out of latex that we made. We got our disemboweled guy up there. Yep, limbs hanging down. This wall is so fabulous. It's just disgusting. See it? Blech. And Kara, we got a window here on the other side, and she actually pops out of here at people. They're so distracted by this that they don't see this. So it works so good. They scream so loud. I can hear them outside. It's fabulous. Here's the door entering into the Wolfman lair. We're going to light this whole area with a couple of black lights, and actually it looks like a moonscape in here, so it works out really well. But you can see we have trees and bushes and bats and signs in here, bushes, like I said, moss, fake rocks and rats. And again, a lot of you saw this again last year, but we revamped it a little bit different. There's a nice brick wall back here. We're gonna have thunder and lightning, and there's my Wolfman. And on the other side here, now this is the other side of the Victorian wall right here. That's what that is. And see, we kind of made it look like this little brick wall, so it kind of went into with this nighttime kind of castle Wolfman kind of thing. And you can see we added all these little eyeballs. And you know what? See how they glow in the dark? I had no idea, but I put glue gun glue on them, and they glow, and it's really fabulous, and it's just disgusting, and I absolutely love it. But so anyway, so that's our deal there, and Keith's kind of bent over here. I'm going to kind of try to shoot around him. When you get into this area, there's actually a hole down here that blows air at everybody. Yep, It's gonna blow air at everybody. And when you come in here past this bat, this cockroach jumps out at you. Oh, he's kind of stuck right now. We'll show him later. But anyway, and he got a lot of people last night. They were jumping like crazy. It was so much fun. And then to finish off our haunt this year, our everlasting grave guy who pops up and scares everybody. He was here last year, but everybody likes him, so we'll use him again. And that is our 2012 daytime haunt. And we'll see you guys again for the nighttime version.